This incident occurred at approximately 10:34 p.m. near the 200 block of Broad Neck Street here in Dadeville in Tallapoosa County. All right. There were 4 lives, not fatalities, lives. There were 4 lives tragically lost in this incident, and there's been a multitude of injuries. This is going to be a long, complicated process. We're thankful to the sheriff, to the chief, to everyone, to the district attorney for all of their support. But we're going to continue to work through in a very methodical way to go through this scene, to look at the facts, and ensure that justice is brought to bear for the families.
During a birthday party in Dadeville, Alabama, a small rural town about 60 miles northeast of Montgomery. Authorities have asked the public to contact them with any information that might help in the investigation.
This is going to be a long, complicated process, but we're going to continue to work through in a very methodical way to go through this scene, to look at the facts, and ensure that justice is brought to bear for the families.
Pastor Ben Hayes told ABC News he'd been at the hospital overnight with families of the victims. Hayes said family members told him the gunfire erupted inside the small party venue when tempers flared during an argument. Officials have not confirmed that children were involved in the shooting, but counseling will be available to students Monday morning.
We will make every effort to comfort those children and don't lose sight of the fact that those are the ones most impacted by this situation.
The police chief described Dadeville, which has a population of about 3,000, as a tight-knit community full of wonderful people.
I ask you to please keep our community in your prayers. I ask you to keep my police department in your prayers. And I also ask each of you, please do not let this moment define what you think about the city of Dadeville and our fine people.
Alabama's Governor Kay Ivey offering her condolences, tweeting, "I grieve with the people of Dadeville and my fellow Alabamians. Violent crime has no place in our state."
Good morning. Today is Tuesday, April 18th. The year is 2023. As you hear Grayson in the background, mixing and scratching and mixing back there. He's our little DJ today. It's it's cold in here. I had to literally turn the heat on in the house. I said, okay. I was sitting there, parents tell you to put on clothes. I put on warm clothes and shoes and socks. I said, it's still cold in here. I was sitting there drinking this coffee. I said, fuck that shit. I turned the heat on. I'm just going to let it break the chill in here. But it's cold outside. I mean, come back from that cruise and it was beautiful weather and everything was hot and warm and get back here and it's freezing cold. I'm like, okay, what is going on here? Cold in the morning time, warms up by the afternoon. Let me let him out of there because I think he's just going to continue to rub on that door. I meant to open up that door and let him out anyway because I knew as soon as I turned this light on, all hell was going to break loose. Give me a second. Damn. Ooh, almost knocked me down. They literally almost knocked me down trying to get over here. Move. Move. Get him, Grayson. Get him. Yep, almost knocked me down. Okay, so listen. The past 3 weeks we've had these heinous murders that took place at these Sweet 16 parties. And yesterday I was at the grocery store. Quiet, shh. I was at the grocery store. And I was picking up groceries and I was out of town for about a week and I ain't nothing in this house to eat. So I said, let me go get me something to eat. So as I'm in the grocery store, get down. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. I gotta take the shoe off. Take them away from there. Get your business over there. Didn't mean to turn off the video thing. But anyway, I was at the grocery store buying groceries and woman came up to me and we were discussing that incident, the Sweet 16 parties, because there have been multiple Sweet 16 parties where children had been killed at. And she made the comment that these parents who were having these Sweet 16 parties didn't know that a Sweet 16 party was some type of, it has something to do with some type of harm, something she was explaining, but she said they were sacrifices. I said, oh, here we go. And then so I went on and entertained this conversation because I was curious to know why she felt that these children were sacrifices that were being killed at these parties. And I thought about, in the midst of this conversation with this woman, black woman at that, in the midst of these conversations with this woman, I thought about all of the years, all these Sweet 16 parties where people have been killed at. And I thought long and hard sitting there listening to her. And of course, I don't know much about a Sweet 16 party, but I remember even dating back when I was a kid of people having a Sweet 16 party and then incidents breaking out and people getting killed at these Sweet 16 parties. I never understood what the Sweet 16 party, what it was for, but she was trying to explain it to me. I wish I just recorded what she said. But I mean, I don't necessarily believe that these sacrifice something. She was saying a lot of stuff, and I was just standing there listening to her, and she gave me a lot of history about the whole Sweet 16 coronation or what, good. And she just knew a lot about these type of events. Now, if you all know anything about me, I grew up in a very religious household with a religious mother and a very superstitious father. So there was a side of me inside my brain that was intently listening to this mess, and I'm just thinking, wow, because I've never understood y'all, because everything this woman was saying, I don't know. How I can say is that I know for a fact that over the years I've heard of many incidents of people getting killed at Sweet 16 parties. That they had these Sweet 16 parties, and something happens, and a shooting happens, or something tragic takes place all over the United States, around the world, Mexico, everywhere. And this has been going on for years that I can personally remember myself. Do your own research. But she said that these people who attend these parties don't realize that there's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice ceremony. That's what she was saying, ceremony. And the whole, she went into a lot of detail. A lot of stuff it's kind of bizarre, but I'm not a superstitious person. But what I will say is that having grown up in a very superstitious household with a father, and it just kind of intrigued me what she was saying, and the fact that we've had two incidents back to back. One here in Atlanta, in Douglas County, where somebody was killed at a Sweet 16 party. Then this is a one on Alabama. Then there was another incident a few weeks ago out in California at a Sweet 16 party. I'm like, what in the hell? It just seems kind of odd that why these particular events? Why would people be shot and killed? Teenagers just starting off their life at these particular Sweet 16 parties. Now, myself personally, I would not be having my child at a Sweet 16 party in the midst of all this crazy stuff that's going on. You ain't having no Sweet 16 party. Ain't happening. I don't know, every morning, this dog wake up with violence in her mind. She be biting us, chasing after us, grabbing everything. Every morning, this doggy Ginger right here. Why? She's running around, biting me on my ankles. She's biting. She's chasing Grayson. She just don't wake up on the right side of the bed at all for some odd reason. She's still trying to bite me right now. You don't get up. You don't like morning, huh? Maybe I need to put some coffee in her damn. Calm her down or something. I don't know. Here she go now, going to bite on Grayson again. But them Sweet 16 parties, something ain't right. It just seems kind of odd that so many incidents happen at these particular type of parties. Now, I'm not a superstitious person. Well, not a full-time superstitious person. It's like I'm like part-time superstitious, part-time religious, part-time not superstitious, part-time not religious person. But hey, something ain't right. I really don't know what to say about this. But I just thought that was very interesting. And maybe some people don't understand. Maybe some parents don't understand what they're sending their children to because they don't even know what a Sweet 16 party is. And that's what she was trying to explain to me. A lot of these parents don't know where they're sending their children to. I don't understand the background to a Sweet 16 party. So maybe do your own research. I was trying to research it earlier, but I was doing some other stuff, and I had to stop. And well, let me do this part. This week, I do remember she said a Sweet 16 ceremony. Sweet 16 ceremony. A Sweet 16 is a coming of age party celebrating a teenager's 16th birthday, mainly celebrated in the United States and Canada and Mexico. As the name suggests, the celebrations take place on a teenager's 16th birthday and is celebrated across all genders. I didn't know kids did Sweet 16. I didn't know men did. Teenage boys did Sweet 16 parties. I had never heard of that before. Coming of age, celebrating a person's 16th birthday. 16th birthday party traditions. A Sweet 16 party, of course, is an event to honor your growing daughter. However, the party is just as much of the daughter as is the party. So I always thought it was for girls. Quinceañera, that's what she mentioned. Quinceañera. Quinceañera, it's a Mexican term for that Sweet 16. That's what she was. This one was saying a lot of stuff. And I really wish I had just recorded it. I wish I said, can you come to this YouTube video for me? I'm not into all this superstitious stuff. It was very intriguing to listen to this stuff. And it just kind of caught my attention as I'm standing there looking at the fruits and vegetables, listening to her. So we would get there back a good 10 minutes listening before we went on and buy our daily shopping. I did find some good sales at Kroger yesterday too. But I'm a little leery of these parties for teenagers. Because what is the point of grabbing a gun and shooting up the party? I don't get this. I've never understood it. But as she was saying, these parties are sacrifice parties. These parents don't know that they're sending their children to a party or an event where their children may be sacrificed. Whatever that means. Listen. The fact that these incidents repeatedly happen at these Sweet 16 parties is concerning to me. After listening to what she had to say, I thought, okay, this is interesting. But you'd have to do more research on what the Sweet 16 is, the sweet party, the ceremony. It's just. Here's something interesting. Why and where does the tradition of celebrating a girl's 16th birthday come from? Find out the origins, Sweet 16 Quinceañera or Sweet 16. And these events have been going on. All these events have been going on literally for decades. Because I remember back when I was in high school of an incident that happened in Gary, Indiana at a Sweet 16 party. And something happened and some people got shot and some teenagers were killed at this particular event. And this was back in the late 70s, 80s. This was happening in the Miller area. I'll never forget this. It was definitely a Sweet 16 party because I always stuck in my head about these Sweet 16 parties because I've never understood them. And as Jehovah's Witnesses, we never celebrate this type of stuff. But I'm sure that there are thousands and thousands and thousands of Sweet 16 parties that happen every day in the United States that nothing ever happens at these parties. This is a normal event. But then there are some Sweet 16 parties where things just go awry. And something tragic happens. Hard to explain why. What happened? There's no reason. What's the intent? What's the purpose? And that's what this particular woman was explaining to me in the middle of the Kroger yesterday. Now, do I necessarily believe that these kids were sacrificed? No. I mean, no, I don't. But some stuff just can't be explained. It just can't be explained. Why would anyone want to harm someone in a party or an event like that? I just don't get it. And I can think of, like I said, I can think of a couple of events over the past few years that were all Sweet 16 parties where something tragic happened in various places around the United States and Mexico. And I don't remember anything out of Canada. I really don't pay much attention to the news out of Canada, but I know some events took place down there in Mexico where they had these Sweet 16 parties and people were killed. And I believe at one event, the girl's birthday, who Sweet 16 party was, she was shot and killed at the party. I didn't get a chance to really get a chance. I really didn't get a chance to do as much research as I wanted to on this particular thing. You know, it's kind of hard to work out. Sweet 16 sacrificial lambs. Sweet 16 sacrifice parties. And maybe I can Google some of this. I don't know. You know. All right, cut it out. Cut it out. Ginger over here. Ginger's literally over here biting on Grayson's ear. Now, Grayson is much bigger than Ginger, but instead of Grayson whooping her ass, he out here whining. He crying. Because she had his ear. Come here. Why don't you whoop her ass? Down there and bite her ass. It's like she's biting you on your ear. She had his ear. She was holding on to your ear. She just being bad, and she being bad this morning, every morning. All right. But anyway, I just thought that was a very cut it out. You're just getting ridiculous over here. Cut out. All this fighting and stuff. But it's quiet over here at the house since I got back. Well, very briefly, Earl and I are going our separate, made a decision to go our separate ways. And so, I'm not sure how we're going to move forward with this, but I have began the process of meeting with a divorce attorney. Well, cut it out. Damn, this is starting to get ridiculous. Cut it out. Ginger just won't stop. Ginger, I'm sick of you. Cut it out. I wish I could see these dogs in my just going at it, biting on me too. Cut it out. Now you're biting on my ass. I'm going to be biting on me still. I'm sitting here. Come here. Come here. This is the one. She's just so grouchy. Is your time of the month or something? What the hell going on with your ass? You're too young to be having time of the month. Because then you got your fix and you shouldn't even have those issues. Enough of the biting. So anyway, I'm waiting for the guy to come up and detail my cars. The cars haven't been washed in months, y'all. These cars, I feel so. I've been treating neglecting these cars. I've just been so busy over here. I didn't chance to even do a car wash, so he's about to detail them. And hopefully it will warm up today, because that heat feels a lot much better in here. It was freezing cold in this damn house. It's about 10:14 in the morning. Let's see, where are we? Trying to see what the temperature is going to be today. It is, right now, it's 61 degrees. It's supposed to get up to 80 today. That'd be nice. Oh, good. We don't have no rain scheduled until Saturday. So the next 4 days should be good. Today, it's going to be up in the 80s the rest of the week. But it's still going to be in the low 40s, in the 40s and 50s every morning for the next week. Next week, it only gets as high as 63, 68 degrees. Yeah, that sucks. I guess we better not complain because once the weather gets too hot, then you got to turn on the air conditioner on. So at least, because now it's kind of warm here, I can turn off this heat. Actually just clicked off. Yeah, just reached about, got a nice and warm in here now. Well, anyway, I just wanted to do a little video with you all and get you all's thoughts and opinions about these Sweet 16 sacrificial parties. Yeah. And as I said before, there are thousands of events and thousands of Sweet 16 parties where nothing happens to anyone and everybody walks out of the party alive and well. But If anybody knows somebody got a condo for sale in Midtown or Virginia Highlands or Atlantic Station, let me know. Yeah, I think I'm buying a condo. I can't do no more houses, y'all. I'm done. When I tell you, when I got back to this house was a colossal mess. I had to mop and vacuum these floors, and it was just ridiculous. I can't do this. And I got to get somebody over here to finish up some minor repairs over here at the house. I need to get all that stuff done. Let me call him in right now. Anyway, today is Tuesday, April the 18th. I wish I was still out on that cruise ship. You know, I'm back to the real world. I just want to do a very brief video about that, these incidents at these Sweet 16 parties, and just throw it out there and get you all thoughts and opinions on this. And little short video. I'm gonna come back with some other stuff I want to talk about. Probably seems like I get to eat the rest of this fruit. Anyway, today it is Tuesday, April the 18th. The year is 2023. And I look forward to reading you all's comments and questions and concerns and what you all think about these Sweet 16 parties, these ceremonies, and all these children who are being killed at these events. Are they sacrifices? Is this a sacrifice, or how do you believe in this type of stuff? Who knows? Anyway, I'm out, and enjoy the rest of this beautiful Tuesday.